guys, what's up? This is Orfleck from Foxlink, and look where we are. We're back on the super ultra modded survival Minecraft server. Now, today we're not going to be doing any trolls, so if that's your favorite part, I'm really sorry, but there has just been so much going on here that I think it's about time that I make an update video just so you guys know what's changed on the server, and there's a lot of it. So, we're going to start from right where I'm standing. As you can see, there's a new house right here, where the old little modern house used to be. Apparently Ollie got really bored the other day, so he got on the server and he built himself a new house. We'll just do a real quick run through, but first I put this here. Hello, my name is Green, and I approved this house. Excuse me, Green. So, most of this stuff is about the same. This is just what the inside of his old house looked like. I put these little flowers here. That's just for fun. They're growing sideways. But that's from a mod that I guess I can get into in a little bit. But he left his super smelter and all his chests, and that's all in the same spot. But it's much more roomy, and the upstairs is a lot higher up. We'll go up here real fast. He's got his own enchanting table now. He's got a little balcony that overlooks all the beautiful acacia wood trees. And I think there's another level. Yep. So if you go up this ladder, then he's got another level up here with a whole bunch of storage. And his prized possession, this dragon egg. So yeah, that's basically his house. Oh, I'd never noticed that the chimney actually connects. So he built a very massive house, and I'm very proud of him because I checked the server logs, and he did not use creative mode for this. So, I mean, I'm really impressed. It looks really nice. Green approves. As you can see, that is actually the real Green. We'll go ahead and put ourselves back on the screen here. I just noticed the door was closing. The next thing you'll notice is the snow that's everywhere. I went ahead and did that because it's almost Christmas. So we're dreaming of a white Minecraft Christmas. Might as well just put some snow on the ground. Next, you'll see I put my head on my house. That's kind of cool. And I did it over there on Wesley Pengu's house, too. Which takes me to the next topic. You'll notice that the village is significantly bigger. There's a huge open space right here. There's a good chance that we might have another person joining the server, and then it's just going to be a grand old party here, and it'll be a lot of fun. So, I expanded the fence here, and then the next thing I did is I got rid of the village that used to exist right here. It's gone, and I moved its buildings into our village. So instead of having two villages, one for us, one for them, we put them together. So we have one house here, we have one house there, we got the church, and we got this house here. And because there are so many buildings in this village, we actually have I guess we have three. We have 3 iron golems in our village. Because there are that many doors and that many villagers. Because we have like these old houses, these little 3 that I built a while ago, and the town hall, my first house, that also counts as a house, I guess, and so does the bar. The bar counts as a house, and then each of our houses count as houses, so we got villagers everywhere. They are just filling up the place. Isn't that awesome? I think it is. Now we can get back to taking wives and stuff. You may be wondering, where did Rhonda go, my first wife? Unfortunately, we had some trouble with the server, and something glitched, and all of the villagers got reset. So she no longer exists, and so we had to reset all of that, and now it should be good. And the reason I say that it now should be good is because we have finally moved this server onto a hosted 24/7 server. We're not playing that whose computer's gonna run it today game anymore, because it was no fun. So because of that, a couple things. First, you'll notice there is not nearly as much lag as there might have been. It's running a whole lot faster now. But the other thing that you'll notice is that we have the ability to use EnderIO stuff. So I'm going to go into my house real fast. We got the EnderIO mod back onto the server. Originally, the reason we took it off is because the lag was just too terrible. And so I've cleaned up this room, which used to be my EnderIO room, and we've kind of made a lot of progress. We got a lot of stuff in here. The sword that I'm holding is an EnderIO sword. You can charge it up. I'll do that a little later in the episode. And it has some special abilities when it's all charged up. Why, hello, wifey. This is Brittany. She's my new wife. Hi, Brittany. So yeah. And then the biggest reason why I've brought you here today. It is this building right here, this one, with the beautiful banners. This right here is a new building that I put together yesterday, and this is the Sums Power Facility, Orfleck, Chief Engineer. It's the best job I've ever got. So before we walk in, here's some books in this mailbox that you can read. It kind of explains to the other people what's going on in here. Welcome to the power plant. On the left, you'll see our power generations by means of coal power. Straight ahead is the graphical readouts of how much we've stored. To the right are EnderIO crafting modules, alloy smelter for smelting, sag mill for grinding, painting machine for coloring blocks. Look at the fence above you. And the slice and spice for making EnderIO machines. Use the pipes on the right to fill your own reservoir of either nutrient distillation or hooch, but be sure to contribute to the community power. Put coal blocks in the chest to the left, and the items based on the signs to the right. Enjoy the power station. Feel free to leave me a note in this chest if you want a power line ran to your house. Happy powering, Orfleck, Chief Engineer of the Sums Power Facilities. So there's our nice little reading for the day. Let's go ahead and take a tour through this. Here are the fence posts that I was talking about. They're painted to look like iron blocks, which I think looked really kind of cool, especially with the iron doors. We got our double opening. Ah, yeah, that was a fun little piece of redstone that I'm probably not going to show you, but as the book said, over here we've got our coal generators. They're not running right now because, as you can see, our power storage is completely full. I'll go ahead and charge my sword back up. Maybe that'll kick one or two of our power plants back into gear. So now my sword's charged up, and as you can see, all the power plants are now firing again. And we can look in here, and it tells us all of the machines are full, our capacitor bank is full, our conduits aren't storing anything. I didn't know they did that, but okay. I need a Yeta wrench, just so I can show you some stuff. It'll be a whole lot of fun. Back here, authorized personnel only. Here we have the wiring for our coal generators right into the capacitor bank. As you can see, there's two different lines. One is an item conduit, and the other is a power conduit. So these chests get automatically refilled with the coal blocks in here, and so they will pretty much never run out of coal, and they'll be always generating power when we need it. The next thing we have is over here, which is a very similar system. We have two vats here. This one makes nutrient distillation, which I really love because you can make power out of it, and it gives you a use for all of your rotten flesh, which is completely useless. So the first two on the left make nutrient distillation, and we have the ingredients up here. We have our rotten flesh, and we have our mushrooms, and they also automatically feed into this. As the book mentioned, here's a pipe coming out of the ground. You can see it's green, so it definitely has nutrient distillation in it, and if you were to set a tank on top of that, you could fill up your tank using that pipe. On the right side, we have hooch, which is really just the easiest and most cheapest fuel to make to burn in a combustion generator. There is like firewater, but that uses blaze powder, and that's kind of expensive. So we're using hooch, which is just potatoes and sugar, and it's some alcoholic thing, I guess. And so that makes basically alcohol, and there's a pipe for filling up there too. As you can see, there's a whole lot of wiring going on back here. Right here where I'm looking, we've got a water reservoir, which is basically an infinite water pool because both of these recipes in here use water. Oops, I did not mean to do that. Both of these recipes use water, and so we have an infinite water tank for filling that. Next, we have our power running into it. This power comes from the capacitor bank and basically powers all of these, and it uses it to make those chemicals. We have our item conduits pouring that stuff into the vats so that they can make their fuel. And ooh, there is a creeper down there. I am glad I'm in creative mode. We'll take care of him in a little minute. So then we have our item conduits, and we have our power conduits, and we have our water conduit, which fills these things up with water. Now we're going to go down into the basement. I guess I can come up here. There's just we got some solar panels on the roof, and they come through here, as you can see right there. And down here we have access to the back of all the devices. We have 4 alloy smelters. We have 4 sag mills. We have 2 splice and slice and something or other, and 2 painting machines. And a couple crafting tables in case you need that too. Power hookup here. If you wanted to set a block there, you could power it underneath the graphical interface. But other than that, they're pretty covered up. And I really like the conduit facades, which allow you to do all that fancy stuff. We have a dark steel ladder here, which is faster than a normal wooden ladder, I guess. That's what I've heard. Down here, it's pretty dark, so that explains why we got a creeper down here. I'm going to go ahead and grab myself some... Oh, I have it. Enlightened fused quartz. And this is basically a window that lights up. It's pretty cool. You make it using, I think, glass and glowstone, which you put into your painting machine. Oh, I actually needed that conduit facade. Let's see. We'll take this, and there we go. That's how you use a conduit facade. And one right there. And we'll put a couple in the floor just to make it nice and bright in here. And then let me just take care of this creeper real fast just so he doesn't blow any of this stuff up, because that would be really sad. Right here we have our storage tanks. These tanks are holding nutrient distillation, and as you can see, they are completely full. And basically this tank right here, third from last, is where you can fill up your tank above, because if we don't have enough, if we don't have 2 full tanks, you won't get anything out of those pipes. So that just makes sure that we always have enough. And as you can see, the pipe comes down from the vats and goes into these tanks, and then they're kind of just chained together. And then you can see we have a hooch line running out of the hooch tank. It goes under here, underneath, and back behind here, and it comes up into the back of the combustion generators. I know it's kind of hard to see, but it's the white line right there. It connects into the back of those. And why do I always do that? This is a combustion generator. It burns hooch and uses water to cool it, and it makes power. This right here is a zombie generator, and it uses the nutrient distillation, the rotten flesh, and mushroom mixture, and it makes power using that. So right now it's not generating anything, probably because we don't need anything, because the capacitors are full. And so those just keep topped up with the nutrient distillation, and it makes power, and it's wonderful. And we got another water tank over here because the combustion generator needs the water also. There's all the exposed redstone from my doors. I thought I did pretty good. It was kind of cool. And I can't show you that one because I'd have to tear stuff out. Now we have a power grid connector right here, which is what we're going to do today. We're going to run a power line from here in the power plant. We're going to run it underground and into my house because I have some stuff I want to do. For example, I think I have it on. No, I don't. I have a soul infuser, which I use to make this. This is a powered spawner. So basically, in vanilla Minecraft, you can't take a spawner and move it. If you break it, they disappear. You don't get anything from it. But with EnderIO, if you break it, you get a broken spawner. Then you combine the broken spawner with a soul vial, and the soul vial turns that spawner into that type. So for example, I used a skeleton soul vial, which you basically just capture a skeleton in a little bottle. Combine those, and then I got a broken skeleton spawner. Then the next thing that I did is I made a powered spawner, which is empty, in which you have to combine with a broken spawner to make something that works. And it uses all these little parts, vibrant crystals, Z-Logic controllers, which is what the slice and splice is for. It's kind of cool. So I made one of those, all in survival mode. Don't worry, guys, because we're setting up for a really cool troll. And I can't really tell you what it is, because unfortunately, all of the people that I control watch my series, so if I told you what it was, they would know. But we got a powered spawner, and it's pretty cool. You just supply power, and then it will spawn stuff. Or you could capture them in soul vials for using as other things. Here, we'll just turn it on right now. Always active. And as you'll see, the power will go up real fast with that octadic capacitor. And then you'll see, maybe, and then you'll, where is he? Oh, there he is. So now we got a skeleton, and they'll chase after villagers, and they make me not so happy. So I'm just going to turn that off, because I don't want to accidentally have skeletons go on a rampage and murder all of our villagers. That would not be good. Yeah. So yeah, we got a whole bunch of connections. I guess I can see why they come over here. Maybe they can't see these conduit facades, so they see through that. Alright, we're back in survival mode, because now it's time to make some progress today, and we're going to do that by running a power line into this, what used to be my EnderIO room, And so we're looking at our y coordinate. We're at 63 right now. So I'm going to run over to the power plant, and we're going to see how low that one is, because I don't think it's quite as deep as my basement. But it might be, it might be. So we'll go down here, and we're at 67. So yeah, we do have to go down some. I'm going to start, let's see. We don't have any conduits running over here anymore. I used to run them through here. So since our power connector is right there, we're going to go ahead and dig down right here. We're just going to go ahead and break this. 66, 65, 64, 63. And then we're going to go ahead and hopefully we'll be deep enough that this won't cause any damage. And I'm just going to go ahead and start digging this way, and hopefully my mini-map will show me where my basement is. It's kind of dark down here. I should have brought some torches. Okay, we're heading towards my basement. Definitely go in the right direction. Oh, jeez. We also have EnderIO on this, which makes these little dirt things that spawn and attack you, and they're really annoying because they don't actually kill you and they don't drop anything. But I like all of the other mobs from it, so we're not going to get rid of them anytime soon. Okay, we should be almost there. There is that tunnel right there. Do I want to fill this in any? I think we'll go ahead and break this torch and put a slab there just so I can walk over it for now. And here we are. We are in here. I didn't want to break right there because there's a light right there, so we're going to go ahead and break through right here. Let me see if I can put this stuff back. I don't want to cause too much problems in my base. I still want it to look pretty, so we'll go ahead and chuck that right there, and then we'll come back around here and fill that space in. Alright, so now we're ready to run our power conduit, and I think we're going to go from the source and run it just like this, under the ground. Use my jetpack to get up real fast, and put a connector over. And can I get down? No. Okay. Can I get down? Come on. We'll have to come back and fix that hole in just a minute. Run this. Oh, I do have torches. Okay. We'll just carry one of those. We'll run this power conduit down. We'll go all the way down. Why not? That was a mistake. Break. Give that back. And I should just be able to run along here. Oh, no. Oh, jeez. No. Note to this mob maker. If you could make it so I could walk through these conduits, that would be really cool. And this will basically just run a power line into my house, so if I ever need to do anything, I can do it in my house. I might actually run power through my house, because then I could, you know, put it up in my bedroom and run things up there. I can run things down here. So now we got that, and I wonder if I still have my conduit facade. No, I don't. I mean, I have one brick one. We're going to make some conduit facade in a little while. We'll cover this up so it's not sticking out so funny. But for now, we got our power line ran into our house, and now we can do things with it. We can put up, let's see, we got our soul binder, which is what I was talking about earlier. Skeleton spawner. No, I don't think we have any other devices, but we got our soul binder, which is one of the reasons I wanted to build this. And we'll put this on insert. There we go. So this will get powered up. Cool. That's right. Alright, so that looks like probably all of the updates I have to share with you. Hopefully in the near future I'll be able to get some really master trolls going on. We did do something to Wesley Pengu, but I can't tell you what it is because I'm not sure when he's going to be on next, and I don't want him to accidentally see this video before it actually happens. So stay tuned for that, and then hopefully next episode we'll get something else going on. Maybe we'll get a new person living over here that we can do some trolls on, and maybe we can help Ollie warm up his new house with a nice housewarming. That's going to be it for today. As always, this is Orflick from Foxlink, signing out.